The Way He Looks is a 2014 coming-of-age story from Brazilian director Daniel Ribeiro about a blind teenager named Leonardo and his attempts to assert his independence from his parents and best friend Giovanna. Adding to existing tensions and conflict, the film also explores some of his first experiences with romance through his growing attraction to the new transfer student named Gabrielle. In a director's statement about the film, it is asked, "Sexuality is usually associated with a sense of sight. So how does someone who doesn't see find themselves attracted to another person? More than that, how does a person that has never seen a man or a woman define their sexual orientation? In a largely seeing world, what does it mean to be attracted to someone without sight? How does someone figure out their sexuality if they cannot see what they're attracted to?" First, we have to question what it means to have sexuality be defined by gender. Couldn't it have been just as simple to define sexuality by race, or eye color, or intelligence? What is it about gender that is apparently so important that we need sight in order to clearly figure out our sexualities? But at the same time, gender is more than just how someone looks. Even without sight, sexuality can depend on things such as touch and smell, and while surely attraction to these senses can be associated with gender, they can also be completely separate. While the director's statement also goes on to say, besides being blind, there is one other particularity about our main character. He's gay. The film itself doesn't actually have Leo state his sexuality. Depending on if you wish to prescribe to the concept of death of the author, and only take the film itself to be canon, or if you will take what the director says to be truth, there remains the fact that throughout the film, we clearly watch Leo's affections towards Gabrielle grow. But the question still remains, what does attraction mean without sight, and how can a film show it? If Oxford Dictionary is to be trusted, and attraction is characterized by interest, pleasure, or liking for someone or something, this is clearly not limited by vision. And if for whatever reason this needs to be proven, let's first establish the fact that the film shows Leo's attraction to Gabrielle in a more than platonic way. Probably one of the most memorable scenes in the film features Leo wrapping himself in Gabrielle's hoodie in order to smell it. While most explicit in showing Leo's attraction, the scene is also filled with a gentle melody, which sounds like a quiet discovery. Leo has no idea what Gabrielle looks like aside from Giovanna's assurances that he is clearly good-looking, and even that means very little to a blind person. The scene may be the solidification of Leo's affections for Gabrielle turned romantic. We are assured of the romantic nature of Leo's feelings in moments where we can see his attraction to Gabrielle play out in moments of jealousy. Due to Leo being blind, the film also allows us to focus on his face, as we see him react to the audio of people commenting on situations where a classmate continues to hit on Gabrielle. It is clear that Leo holds more than just a platonic attraction to Gabrielle, and through the film, we get to see a multitude of scenes watching Leonardo's affections grow and build for Gabrielle. Music connects Leo and Gabrielle and acts as one of the ways that attraction starts to build. While Giovanna may tease Leo about his preference for classical music, Gabrielle expresses interest in it. At the same time, Gabrielle starts to pull Leo out of his comfort zone by introducing him to new music and teaching him to dance. It should be noted that the song that Gabrielle chooses to introduce Leo to is Belle and Sebastian's There's Too Much Love, an upbeat and happy-sounding song about not being able to hide your feelings from the person that you love most.
Você pode dançar agora.
Other things which Leo tries for the first time due to Gabrielle's influence include going to the theater and sneaking out to watch an eclipse. Both of these are generally thought to be sight-based activities, but Leo is better able to experience them thanks to Gabrielle's help. In contrast to his overbearing mother, who treats Leo like a small child, or Giovanna, who has created certain expectations of what Leo would and would not do, Gabrielle seems to let Leo make his own decisions and supports him how he can. It is not, however, that love solves all of the problems in the world, and Gabrielle is the only means that Leonardo can find independence. But there is a certain level of confidence that Leo gets through his support from Gabrielle. Romance is not the focus of this film. In fact, the original Portuguese title translates to Today I Want to Go Back Alone, a play on the title of the original short film, I Don't Want to Go Back Alone. This film focuses on Leo's growth. Yes, some of that growth is nurtured by Gabriel's presence, but ultimately, this is Leo's story first and foremost.
Ó, isso aqui é
É
hífen.
impossível, sério, eu desisto. Eu não consigo.
Gabriel, não é impossível.
Eu vou demorar muito tempo pra aprender isso, Léo.
Possível é eu andar de bicicleta, Gabriel. Não isso.
Well, part of the reason Leo may be attracted to Gabriel might be related to how he interacts with Leo in his blindness. His attraction is not based solely on this. Attraction is about connection, and a solid romance grows through experience, not through sight. For Leonardo, it's clear that it's about him feeling like he's free to take risks and try new things when he's with Gabrielle, and maybe even feeling like he can do the impossible.